Welcome to Watkins Glen International here in the beautiful state of New York for the third race of season number 4. It's been an exciting one so far. Alex Bowman won the last race at Las Vegas, and Kevin Harvick won the Daytona 500. Obviously, as you know, there is no practice or qualifying, so the starting lineup is based on last week's finishing order. Harvick finished last in last week's event. Bowman won, so that is how the order will be set. A couple of new schemes. Cole Custer got his new scheme in, the 41 right there, as well as Kurt Busch got an updated gear wrench car as well. And Pertec, as we know in the introduction video, will be Brad Keselowski's new sponsor. Here's the track layout. It starts in a gate, goes down, and goes through a 180 into a booster. They are then propelled down a straightaway to another 180, and then into a 90-degree curve. And whoever makes it the farthest will win today's event. Let's take a look at some drivers to watch out for in today's event. Our first driver to watch out for is the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick has won a third of the road course events that have taken place in the A&R NASCAR Cup Series. Neither of them, though, were at Watkins Glen. They were at the Charlotte Roval. He finished 4th here a year ago, so he doesn't have a terrible track record here. Beware of Kevin Harvick here at Watkins Glen. We also have his teammate, Aric Almirola, who won here in season number 1. We'll see if he can do it again here and clinch a playoff berth. And then we have last year's runner-up at this track, Ryan Blaney in the 12. We'll see if he can get to victory lane for the first time since Atlanta in Season 2. And then obviously Alex Bowman is always one to watch out for. He finished well here last year as well, and he actually won this race in Season number 2. So 4 big names to watch out for. We'll see if any of them can get to victory lane, or will we see a new face clinch a playoff spot.
Let's see which one of these drivers locks themselves into the playoffs. Our first driver here is Kevin Harvick in his number 4 Mobile 1. Let's see how he does here in 3, 2, 1, go. Through the booster, and he makes it all the way to the end. This is not scripted, folks. He actually made it all the way to the end.
Next, we have his teammate Clint Bowyer in the 14, and he's making his final start here at Watkins Glen International. Let's see if he can pass his teammate Kevin Harvick in 3, 2, 1. Makes it through the booster, and not quite past Kevin Harvick. He gets almost to the end of that 90-degree turn. So a good run for Clint Bowyer. Stewart-Haas Racing is setting the bar high already here at the Glen.
Next up, we have Erik Jones in the number 20 Craftsman. Let's see how he can do for Joe Gibbs here in 3, 2, 1, go. Through the booster, and just barely past Clint Bowyer.
Next, we have the 10 of Aric Almirola trying to win his second race at Watkins Glen. His other 2 teammates have done very well so far. Let's see if he can do the same. In 3, 2, 1. Clint Bowyer, or Aric Almirola rather, through the booster, and he cannot quite pass Clint Bowyer, his teammate, but still a decent run for the 10 car. We'll see how everybody else does, but Stewart-Haas Racing so far doing very well.
Another Joe Gibbs car, Martin Truex Jr. in his Sirius XM. Let's see how well he does in 3, 2, 1. Through the booster, and he'll make second place, passing all of these cars here.
Next, we have Denny Hamlin in need of some fire, currently below the cut line, per usual for Denny Hamlin. He has the worst overall record in the A&R NASCAR Cup Series. Looking to get something started here in 3, 2, 1. He's off. Aww. And okay. Denny Hamlin will almost for certain be awarded last place unless we have a lot of other drivers miss the booster. Not what Denny Hamlin needed here.
Next up is Joey Logano, who currently is 2 points below the cut line for the playoffs. Well, he's still got plenty of races for that to change. Let's see how well he does here at the road course of Watkins Glen in 3, 2, 1. Through the booster, and just past Aric Almirola.
Next we have the one of Kurt Busch in his new gear wrench car. Gear wrench almost won him a race at Atlanta last year. Let's see if he can win him here this time at the Glen. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh! Well, Denny Hamlin will not finish last. That is not what Kurt Busch wanted to see as he entered this race 2 points above the cut line.
Next up is Daryl Wallace Jr. Let's see how well he does here at the road course. 3, 2, 1, Flamingo. And he had the same fate. Looks like the Air Force is taking off.
Alright, now we're going to see if Cole Custer can make it through the first 180 because for some reason Kurt Busch and Bubba Wallace had some big trouble. 3, 2, 1. He makes it through, and he will pass Joey Logano and Aric Almirola, but will fall short to Clint Bowyer. Stewart-Haas Racing is having a great day here as they are currently first, third, fourth, and 6th. So, Stewart-Haas Racing doing a good job here today.
Next up, we have Jimmy the Juggernaut Johnson. Let's see how well he does in his number 48 outline. 3, 2, 1, go. Through the booster, and he comes off the track and will land right there just before the turn.
Let's see if Chase Elliott can do any better than his teammate Jimmy Johnson. In 3, 2, 1. Off he goes through the booster and fall. Not able to pass Aric Almirola, so even though it looks like a good run, because of all the other competition, he sits towards the back of the field as there are only 4 cars behind him.
Next up, for the final car of Joe Gibbs Racing, Kyle Busch. Let's see if he'll do better than Denny Hamlin, or will he just sit here at the booster, not making it through. In 3, 2, 1, go. Actually made it through the booster. That was violent.
Next we have Ryan Newman, who's finished in the top 10 both races so far this year, looking to do that again. He's going to have to pass quite a few cars if he wants to keep that record in touch. Let's see if he can do it here. In 3, 2, 1. Through the booster, and
next up is Matt Benedetto, first time at a road.
Psych! He can't quite pass Kevin Harvick. He gets oh so close. Kevin Harvick still has him by a car length. What a great run by Ryan Newman in the 6th, though.
Of course, because I believe this is the first time we've actually had him in our season. Let's see how well he does for his first time in 3, 2, 1. Through the booster and off the edge of the track. As a buffer to stop any incoming cars from rear-ending them, we put these Lionel boxes behind them just so that any cars that go astray and try to rear-end them doesn't damage them. And Matt Benedetto got his own box.
And next we have Ryan Blainey trying to finish one position better than he did last year at this track. Let's see if he can do it. In 3, 2, 1. He is off. And he is through the booster, and he gets kind of hung up there off track for a bit, corrects it, but because of all that speed lost, he will stop in the 180. So not a great run for the 12, kind of mid-pack so far.
Next up is Ryan Blaney's teammate Brad Keselowski and his Pertec car. Very vintage-looking car, if I do say so myself. Let's see how well he does in 3, 2, 1. To the booster. And he beats out both of his teammates just by a hairline.
It looked like Matt Benedetto, like, literally by a hair. Okay, we know how, like, wide a hair is. I think it was literally like that. Next, we have Austin Dillon starting off strong again for yet another season. Let's see if he can get charged toward the front in 3, 2, 1. There he goes. Oh, man.
They see me rolling.
What a crash for Austin Dillon there. He will join the other 2 Chevrolets, and he will have a poor finish, so he will not continue his string of top 10s to start the season.
Next up, we have William Byron in the number 24 Exalta. This and Alex Bowman are the last 2 drivers, both of them Hendrick. Let's see how well they do in 3, 2, 1. Through the booster. And he'll take 3rd place. Let's see if Alex Bowman can take the podium from Byron, or will Byron get the bronze?
The final driver to take the course today, Alex Bowman in the 88. If he does not pass Kevin Harvick will take his 3rd victory on road courses and his 2nd straight. Can Alex Bowman go back-to-back and steal the victory from Harvick? Let's see. In 3, 2, 1. Through the booster, and he will finish just ahead of Aric Almirola and Joey Logano, but it looks like he's just barely behind Brad Keselowski. So Kevin Harvick goes to victory lane at Watkins Glen. His 2nd win of the season already, and we're just 3 races in. So Kevin Harvick showing no signs of slowing down. He lost the championship to Alex Bowman last year, but it looks like he is going to continue his road course dominance, as he won the Roval last year. He won the Roval in season number 2, and he wins here. He almost won Sonoma in season number 1, where he finished 2nd to David Reagan, where he was passed late after a dominating performance. So Kevin Harvick, obviously king of the road here in the A&R NASCAR Cup Series. Ryan Newman with a phenomenal 2nd place run. That'll definitely boost him in points. And then William Byron will come home with the bronze, as he was currently below the cut line after the Daytona 500, but a 2nd place run put him back inside the top 16 last week, and now he comes home with a 3rd place finish. So William Byron is really improving from what he was previously been running, as he has not made the playoffs yet in his career, looking to do so this year. And then 4th place, a much-needed 4th place run for Martin Truex Jr. He only accumulated 6 points over the first 2 races, but now will have a big boost of points, as he will receive 17 points from today's run. So a great big step of success for the 19. And then rounding out the top 5 is Erik Jones in the 20. That is his 2nd top 10 this year. So things going in the right direction for Joe Gibbs Racing, as 2 of their drivers finish in the top 5. And then continuing going down, we have Clint Bowyer, another strong run, and then his teammate Cole Custer right behind him, another top 10 for him. And then we have behind them Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano, Team Penske teammates, Alex Bowman, Aric Almirola, and then Chase Elliott. Going back here, we have Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch. Matt Benedetto will not finish in the top 10 again after starting the year off strong. Jimmy Johnson, after a 10th place run last week, will finish poorly here today. Denny Hamlin's A&R NASCAR Cup Series woes continue as a poor finish here. And then 18th will be awarded to Austin Dillon. Bubba Wallace will be 19th, and Kurt Busch will be awarded 1 point after finishing 20th here today. So, what a great race we had today at the Glen. Kevin Harvick emerges victorious once again at a road course. He now will for sure take over the points standings lead, as he now has 2 wins, so he will get 20 more points after today's race. And Alex Bowman finished deep enough in the field to where Kevin Harvick can make up some massive ground and retake that lead. So Kevin Harvick has finished first, last, and first this year, but he's made the most of his equipment. He got beat out by Jimmy Johnson in stage 1 last week, which was an upset, but he comes back this week, doesn't let that get to him. He comes back with more confidence than ever, and he will take his 2nd win of the season. He is on pace to have a great season. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. This is all from Watkins Glen here in the A&R NASCAR Cup Series. We will see you guys next week from Charlotte Motor Speedway, where we will have the All-Star Open to get ready for the All-Star Race. Thank you for watching the A&R NASCAR Cup Series.